fighting and talking. Now they're talking about they're demonstrating. Hell, a demonstration got to do with a court of law. You out there in the street with a bunch of picket signs. They ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the courtroom. And that ain't impressing nobody. Yeah. And they fell into that picket bag. Last thing, I understand we got some believers here, not necessarily in this mosque, but in this area, talking about getting out with some pickets next week or this week or something. Crazy as hell. We not no picket folks. All of the picketing done in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. We ain't never gone out doing no picketing. That's stupid. Don't go out and for what? What you doing? Appealing to the good nature of somebody who ain't got no good nature? As I told Martin Luther King one time, I said, man, how can you somebody, we got to appeal to the morality of America. I said, how in the hell can you appeal to the morality of a totally immoral man? How can you do it? It ain't there. You appealing to something that ain't even there. Like Jesse and them trying to, Jesse and Jose Williams. We had a rally in Atlanta one time. And we got everybody all fired up. So I got off the stage after I spoke and went on and sat back in the back of the audience. Jesse and Jose got the people all fired up. It's about 10:30 at night now. Got them all fired up. Tell you what, let's go down and march on City Hall. Everybody, yeah! We're in Abernathy's church. And you know, something about church gets to our folks. So they got the spirit. Yeah, we gonna march. So here comes Jesse and Jose locking off. They come down, they gonna leave them. They got back to the back where I was. Come on, Brother John. I said, you got to be out of your damn mind. I said, who you going to impress? The janitors? Those are the only people in City Hall at 10:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? See, this empty symbolism, we ain't into that. And there's some Muslims around here talking about they going somewhere with somebody to do some crazy demonstration. Demonstrate to who for what? We trust in each other and in Allah. The minister just told me that 1 week before Madison Square Garden. That's all we trust in is Allah and each other. We don't trust nothing else and nobody else. And we don't go appealing and begging. When we bow down to Allah. We don't bow down to nobody else. And you say, well, picking and demonstrating, they ain't bowing down. What is it? What is it? It's begging, pleading. Allah ain't looking at no picket signs. You don't need no picket signs for him. Really, who's the picket sign for? Who are you marching around for? For what? Whose mind are you trying to impress? You don't impress Allah like that. You pray to Allah and live a righteous life and do for your brother that which you want done for yourself. Then Allah is impressed. But that foolishness out there on the street. And look, here we are. Show you how crazy they are. Here we are. Our general has declared war on our enemy. And then here you gonna go with a bunch of nuts who don't even know we're at war and walk right up in the jaws of the enemy. Yeah, we bad, yeah. Yes, sir. And here these folks you with, they don't even know what's happening. They don't have the slightest idea what's going on. You're supposed to know what's going on. And you're going to get outflanked, caught out away from your troops, away from your barracks, with a bunch of fools. Well, I can't say with a bunch of fools. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said water seeks its own level. Nobody will follow a fool but a bigger fool. So the person that leads you always got more sense than you got. That's one of the mistakes that I heard Minister Farrakhan jump on some folks about who supposed to be following him think they're smarter than him. That's impossible.
Yes, sir. That's right.
He can't lead nobody that he's not smarter than. See? The leader has to have more intelligence than the folks following him. Okay? So now, if you follow a fool, that makes you a bigger fool. You got fools going into that demonstration down there. And anybody go with them, you're a bigger fool than they are. I mean, you'd be a fool if you call the demonstration. But you're a bigger fool because they called it and you following them. You know, has it ever occurred to you? As many them as tight as Minister Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson have been through the years. Jesse helped pull the minister out of the mud, helped talk him into standing up, and all that. I mean, they've been tight. All the demonstrations Push had, you never saw Farrakhan in the line. You ever notice that? Never. We campaigned for Jesse, we voted for Jesse, we did all that, but we never demonstrated for Jesse. No, we ain't doing that. But that don't make no sense. Everything else has a logical reason. No reason to go out there appealing to General Motors and appealing to Coca-Cola so Jesse Jackson's brother can get another contract. I mean, it's crazy. So you don't never know what's behind this stuff. That's right. There were people who got beat up and went to jail and pushed to get Burger King, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, 7-Up, General Motors, all them folks. You know, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Who Blind Corporation, when they had Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know, set aside $50 billion for black enterprises and all that. Check the record, the track record so far. How many franchises have been let? And who got them? And don't be fooled by the name, because the man who's got the bulk of them is Jesse Jackson's blood brother. He has a different name because Jesse Jackson was not fathered by his mother's husband, as he has told the story publicly, so I'm not talking out of school. Mr. Jackson lived next door to them, and that was his father. Okay, so his brother doesn't have the same name. I think his name's Robinson, isn't it? Something like that. I think it's Robinson. Right. But he's the one that's got the contracts and the franchise and all that. He gets the first one from every one of these companies that Jesse puts the squeeze on. See, so you got people out there innocently, honestly, putting their lives on the line and don't know that they're in a game. See? They're doing something for somebody's personal benefit that they don't even know. And these folks going to this demonstration, you don't know who is arranging this demonstration and what kind of payoff they're going to get. And you're going to get out there. And I understand some sisters involved. Going to get out there and put your life on the line for some junk, and you don't even know what's going on under the table. When they call it off, you won't know why they called it off. No, brothers and sisters, we got enough problems. We don't need no help in getting problems. We got enough of them to stand up for righteousness in the wrongest civilization that has ever existed on the earth. You got enough problems to last you for generations. Yes, sir. You don't need to go out and get none. All right? So, you know, Friday night when we get up there and talk to these folks, I know they're going to have a lot of crazy ideas. You know, we'll talk to them and talk with them. We'll spur them on, and we'll cooperate with them in any way within the realm of our belief. Yes, sir. But we ain't going into no crazy thing. You know, don't go out. But let's go out and let's demonstrate against the Koreans. For what? They run in the stores. If you want something from the store in your neighborhood, that's who you're going to. So you run them out. So you ready to put up a store? Come on. Why didn't you put up one before they did? The store was vacant for rent. The business licenses were available when they got them. They're opening up more every day. Don't criticize them for what they're doing. Why didn't you do it? You know? And look, the way our people are, the way we have gotten, if you and I, right in a block where there's a Korean greengrocer, if you and I set up a greengrocer next door to his, and we run it in good, solid business principles, it's clean, the prices are fair, the produce is fair and everything, our people will shop with us before they'll go to a Korean. Okay, you know, somebody said something, and I can't get the quote just right, but something about, it's much better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. At least you're taking some action to get rid of some of it. If you just light one candle, you're sitting there cursing the darkness, you ain't doing nothing. So don't get mad at the Koreans. Outdo them. I'll tell you one last little story, Brother Jason. You're looking at the tapes, we're about to run out again. But I worked at a hotel in St. Louis called the Park Plaza. And it was sitting right next door to the Chase Hotel, which had always been the premier hotel in St. Louis. What happened, the way the Park Plaza came about was, Jews named Kaplan came to the Chase Hotel and wanted to register. And they refused to let them register because they did not accept Jews.
Yes, sir.
The Kaplan brothers went back to the Jewish community in St. Louis, including August A. Bush, the money folks.
Yes, sir.
They got together and bought the property next door to the Chase. Built a fabulous, bigger, more modern hotel, ran the Chase out of business, and today if you go to St. Louis, you'll see that they're connected by an archway, and the name of it is the Chase Park Plaza.
Come on.
They didn't go arguing with the folks.
Come on.
They didn't picket, and they didn't demonstrate. Eh? They didn't argue with the folks. They didn't go to court to force them to let them live in their hotel. Now they own the hotel. They the boss. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's the road to travel.
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's what we got to be about it. That's what, I got to put it to them folks Friday night. There's no other way around. This is why, as I told you, Minister Farrakhan is dangerous. You know he's dangerous to the Jews because they understand where he's coming from. They see him showing us the key to success, and they know how to be successful. That's why they're successful. All right, brothers and sisters. I don't want to go to the lecture. I'll see you tomorrow.